WWE. Let's check them out over the last 5 years. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. The reason I'm saying wow, my brother was telling me to get into them right around this area. It was under, it was right at like 10 to 15. So it had to have been, it was in January. So it was probably right around this area. And we're always talking about, oh, it's a great move. It went straight up. It did go straight up, but then it went straight back down, all the way down to 33. Uh, and I mean, the Corona low was 33, so that was still an amazing place to get into it. So I was just thinking I hadn't missed anything, because even at 49, there's still a 100% uh, potential for it to even break out of its new to break to its new highs. With that being said, let's look over the stock. Okay, so they pay a 1% dividend. I mean, there's nothing to write home about, but again, it's a 1% dividend with a 50% or 100% upward potential. Now, let's check out their owner institution or institutional ownership, 110%. I would never understand how you can have 110%. Wouldn't you think that 100% would be the most? But whatever. Maybe I'm just not smart. Let's go to corporate WWE. What I enjoy about this company is that in the world of media, right? So today's world, it's all about influencers, and the more media, the more basically TV shows, the more content you have, it's king. Content is king. Well, who has more content than WWE? Maybe Disney, but I would be surprised, and I would almost think that WWE has more content than Disney, just for the simple fact. Well, no, Disney has a lot of content, because I forgot about their Disney Network and how many different TV shows that they have. So yeah, Disney is probably the only one that has more content than they do. Let's check out what they do. Like I said, yeah, they're in media. They got their own network. They got live events. I think it's something ridiculous, like 420 live events a year. Consumer products. They got every kind of toy, every kind of product, every kind of thing that you can think of. They got over 300 superstars. So even if you got just one little itty bitty doll, that's over 300 different dolls. And let's not forget about all the superstars that were alive from when, I mean, I'm 36 now, so all the people that were amazing when I was little, your Hulk Hogan, your Shawn Michaels, your Bret Hart, all those people. So, and you got your video games. Let's not forget about that. Let's go into investors. We got dividends calculator, but we don't have the long-term trajectory of the. That's not fun. Oh, here we go. So they go. Look, we're not going any further than this. This is quite far enough. 2008. Remember, this is our line. So in the 2008, 2009, let's kind of check them out. Oh, this chart is way over here. All right, so when we were way over in this area, that's too far. Nobody cares. That's way too far. Let's go. What happened? So this is 2018 to 20. Let's see what happened to our dividend calculator from there. 18 to 20. Oh no, what are, so 2011, mind you, this is 9 years ago. A lot's changed in 9 years, right? So they didn't even have like half their programs weren't even in existence at this point in time. But it's interesting to see that from 2011, mid 2011, first quarter 2011, they're paying 36 cents, and they had consistently paid above 24 cents since '06, right? So they were increasing their dividend, and all of a sudden it just went to nothing, right? They thirded it. I'd be interesting to figure out what happened, because we've maintained this 12-cent dividend since, which that's good to know. So there's something that happened in 2012. For any of you who want to go ahead and do that research for me, it'd be greatly appreciated. I personally am not going to do that at the moment. I have too many other things to discuss. Too many different stocks. Maybe in a different round we'll come back and we'll re-divest. Maybe next year later on, once I open up the portfolios for each of them, we'll inspect a little bit more. But as of right now, we can say, because in 2018-19 we were at close to $100, still paying the same amount. We didn't lose any dividend, but we also didn't gain anything. So whatever it is, they're consistent at their dividend price. They're not trying to raise it, not trying to lower it. They're just going to stay consistent at the whole 12 cents. What does this equate to? It was what, 1%, give or take 1%. So we'll see what happens. Once Corona goes over, kind of people are back to normal. We'll see kind of if they decide to start raising their dividend, or see what else they'll do. Let's see if we can find anything else that's interesting. Now, come on, Undertaker's final farewell. I I don't know how old he is, but I thought he farewelled 30 years ago, or like 20 years ago. He's still in the game, right? I grew up watching the Undertaker. I thought his final farewell was years ago, but I guess it was this year, 2020. I'll probably bring him back. He's probably like 60 years old now. Uh, yeah, nothing. Not sure what these mean, but we have Vince McMahon, obviously, Stephanie McMahon. So what I enjoy about this is it's a family company. You know, a lot of these people, they're all intertwined, right? So I mean, obviously we got Vince and his daughter, but if you've ever watched WWE, at least during the early or mid '90s, early 2000s, the McMahon family was all over on TV, wrestling, arguing, all that, being part of the show, right? So that's always fun, and it's always good to know if you have your CEO, director, board, the head honcho that believes in his brand so much that he wants to get up there and dance around and or wrestle around in some skibbies. So I mean that's always a good thing. Maybe not everyone wants to see it, but he believes in his company so much that he wants to be a part of it, and brings his daughter in, who's a chief brand officer. So if they're at this pinnacle of their success and still would love to get on TV and promote their brand, that's they believe in it 100%. I don't see any falter in that.